Liverpool have gone ahead to beat Real Madrid by 2-0, and it happened at the Anfield Stadium, where everything went ahead obviously happened. And remember, if you watched my match preview, I called in for a 3-0 win. But was it 3-0, 3-1? I think it was 3-1, if at all I'm not mistaken. And you went ahead to obviously see it very well happening at the Anfield Stadium, and Liverpool were 2-0 winners at the stadium. And I was quite sure that it's a Liverpool win, because that side of Madrid is really depleted, depleted. And the players that make the spine of the team were really out, according to me. When you look at that back line, if you don't have, because when you look at how they lined up as the side of Real Madrid, their lineup, they had Asensio, Rudiger, Mendy, and Valverde, meaning that with Valverde, you are not having what we call a right back, because Carvajal is really one of those players that is really injured, you understand, and Diego Militao, who sometimes is being played that position, is also injured. In the central defense, they only had Rudiger, meaning that a player called Alaba was really out, and Diego Militao. The other player that they would have gone ahead to obviously use in the central defense is Chiomini, and he has on several occasions dropped from the midfield and played as a centre back, and I think he has really come up and obviously put in a very good shift altogether. And for Mendy, obviously he's their left back. In the midfield, they really had Camavinga, Modric, and I've been one of those people that has on several occasions come up and obviously warned the side of Madrid on how their squad is really thin, depending on what their targets are. When you don't have Vinicius Jr., Endrick, Rodrigo, Alaba, Diego Militao, Chiomini, you are really very, very, very weak. And obviously, that team really couldn't obviously match Liverpool at any level. And Liverpool came into this competition where the only team that has gone ahead to obviously win all the games that they've gone ahead to play into the Champions League, meaning that they had really an edge. And by the way, Madrid, out of the 7 times they had played Liverpool before they had met today, I think they had gone ahead to beat Liverpool 5 times. You understand? And they came into this game of football having a pedigree, and Liverpool was like, you're at Anfield and you're really going to understand what Anfield is like, and they went ahead to obviously face it rough. Now, the highlights of the day were the star boys of these two sides missing out on penalties, and guess who was the first to miss out on a penalty? It was Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe went ahead to miss out on a penalty, and Cahill went ahead to obviously save it. Then Mohamed Salah went ahead and obviously roasted Mendy. And when he roasted Mendy went ahead obviously telling him, you're not obviously going to face the goalkeeper after really going past me like that. And it was a penalty because Mendy stopped Salah by really fouling him in the 18 yards box area, which is a penalty. Salah went ahead to send the goalkeeper, that is Thibaut Courtois, the wrong way, and he really went onto the left side, but he really shot wide. That is Mohamed Salah for you. So that's how it happened. But the first goal was really very beautiful for me. That goal was very, very beautiful. The goal from McAllister, that interplay, the exchange of passes was really exquisite. And the second one, obviously, when you look at how that guy heads that ball in the back of the net, we are talking about a player called Cody Gakpo into that mix. So I'm really excited that Liverpool beat Real Madrid, because that was my prediction, and I really felt that it's really going to be a win for the side of Liverpool. Liverpool is one of the most informed teams in the world, and if you are to rate them, I think they're the best team in Europe right now. The only thing they're supposed to do is to continue leading in the Premier League. Remember, they are 8? They are 8 points clear ahead of City and 9 points clear ahead of Arsenal. And if they continue to win the Premier League, then that form will obviously be remembered, because they are really creating stats and really making history in the Premier League. In the Champions League, 5 games played so far, 3 to go, and they're really winning it left, right, and center. But Ancelotti is continuing to prove people that he's the right man for the job. Many will have to say what they say, but Ancelotti is the right man for the job. And I tell you what, he's really putting in a very big shift all together. So let's obviously show you what the stats were like and how the table really looked like. Because in that game, I just saw Liverpool schooling Madrid. You know, Madrid was schooled to the bone marrow. And I tell you what, they couldn't obviously match the levels of these people. So Liverpool had 17 shots and then Madrid had 8. 7 shots on target by Liverpool, 3 shots on target by Real Madrid, 63% ball possession by by Liverpool. Madrid had 37%. 617 passes completed by Liverpool, 365 passes completed by Real Madrid. 91% passing accuracy by Liverpool. Oh my God, they are really at their best. 87% passing accuracy by Real Madrid. And when a team has 91% passing accuracy in a game like this, that means that their opponents didn't run enough. I tell you what, their opponents didn't run enough, and in so doing, they really went ahead, obviously create moments that really saw Liverpool win most of the game, most of the secondary balls, and they really had everything positive in their favor. 10 fouls by Liverpool, 10 fouls by Real Madrid, 3 yellow cards by Liverpool and 4 yellow cards to Real Madrid. No red card was issued. 1 offside to Liverpool and 3 offsides to Real Madrid. 8 corners to Liverpool and 5 corners to Real Madrid. So when you go to the table of the Champions League and how it's really standing, Liverpool is topping the table with 5 games, 15 points, a goal difference of 11. Inter Milan, they've drawn 1 game and won 4, 13 points. Barcelona, 12 points. Dortmund, 5 games, 12 points. Atlanta, 5 games, 11 points. Leverkusen, 5 games, 10 points. Arsenal, 5 games, 10 points. Monaco, 5 games, 10 points. Aston Villa, 5 games, 10 points. Sporting, 5 games, 10 points. And the next is really going to be very important. I tell you, it's really going to be very important. The next fixtures that are really going to be played in the Champions League are really going to be very important onto how things are really going to be panning out. When I look at Real Madrid, by the time they came into this, they're really in the 21st position, and now they're 24th. You get? Meaning that they're at the edge of those 16 teams after the 8 are really taken off. That is how things are really panning out into the mix. So that is how things really went ahead to pan out at the Anfield Stadium. And Statman Dave obviously had a lot to put out onto this beautiful game of football. And I was like, all right, this man really has all what it takes to obviously put in a very beautiful side. Now, he says if Liverpool beat Man City on Sunday, they'll go 11 points clear of them on only 3 occasions. United in 96, 93, and Arsenal in 1998 have Premier League sides overturned a points deficit that large to win the Premier League on the brink of history. That is Ancelotti. He's really raising the bar so high. So today, Liverpool put in the shift, and that shift has gone ahead obviously put in a very memorable concern about City. And let's talk about Real Madrid a little bit. And I'm like afraid for the manager of Real Madrid, that he is Carlo Ancelotti, because he might be on the brink of being sacked. Because when you look at La Liga, Barcelona is ahead of him, right? And when you look in the Champions League, he's not really doing great. And all I know is they are going to give him the next 3 games. And if he obviously finds himself in a position of not really winning, or finding himself into maybe the knockout stage or the other stage of the quarterfinals, he'll find himself in a proper position of really being sacked, because he was sacked before at Real Madrid. But ever since he joined them, he has been doing wonders. I think he has gone ahead to lift 2 Champions League trophies, and he has won some, and he has won a couple of league trophies. So that is the man. But for me, my man of the match, I think I'm going to go with Mohamed Salah. He did everything in his reach to see to it that he really gets himself or his team to where it was, and he was really a threat to those players because he put in a very beautiful shift altogether. And I was like, all right, let's see how things are really going to be panning out. So that is Liverpool for you, and he's my man of the match. Kylian Mbappe, obviously he's still struggling, and I'm always telling people this: don't judge a player in his first season. That is it. Don't judge a player in his first season, because very few players will hit the ground running in their first season. And for Kylian Mbappe, it's a special case because he never even did a preseason with Real Madrid to obviously get into the new patterns and combinations of the team. So all in all, you have to obviously understand that he is really trying to learn on the job, and we have to obviously give him a benefit of doubt, because we all know to it that he'll hit the ground running and really create moments that will obviously come up and really appreciate. So I just give him a benefit of doubt, but I think if you're having Kylian Mbappe and you're missing out on Vinicius Jr., obviously your threat is not all to that level. You understand? Your threat is not really to that level that you have when you're really having two threatful players, Mbappe and Vinicius. Because if you're having Vinicius and Mbappe, attention is really divided. But today, the attention was on one player, and that was Kylian Mbappe. And that's why it was very easy to get him out of the game, because everyone was like, if we get Kylian Mbappe out of this game, all will be history and all will be done and dusted. And that's what they went ahead to obviously do, and they really went ahead to obviously hold him in there for you. So guys, your thoughts onto this fixture are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. This is my match reaction: Liverpool 2, Real Madrid 0. And obviously other teams that went ahead to play: Aston Villa went ahead to obviously draw. Aston Villa went ahead to draw with Juventus 0-0, and they're really trying to obviously keep it up and running. That is Villa for you. And other results that we have played on Wednesday, I think I gave you the results that really happened on Tuesday. Obviously Villa 0-0. Monaco, Benfica beat Monaco by 3-2. PSV and Heaven came from behind. Remember, the first half was 2-0 in favor of Shakhtar Donetsk. PSV pulled 3 back and they went ahead to win that game of football. Liverpool 2, Real Madrid 0. Celtic 1, Club Brugge 1. Bologna 1, Olympic Lille 2, Dynamo Zagreb 0, Borussia Dortmund 3. And we are getting back in action on the 10th of December. Liverpool are going to be hosted by Girona. Then Bayern Munich are going to be hosted by Shakhtar Donetsk. Then PSG is going to be hosted by Red Bull Salzburg. Leverkusen is hosting Inter Milan. That's a very huge one to watch. I love that. Atalanta is hosting Real Madrid. Atalanta is really in epic form, and Real Madrid need to win this game of football to obviously get themselves back into the permutation. If at all they don't win it, I tell you, it will be bad news. The other big game to watch out for, 11th December, Dortmund is going to be hosting Barcelona. Juventus is going to be hosting Man City. Then Arsenal is going to be hosting Monaco at the Emirates Stadium. Inter Milan, Grevana, Zevana. That is it. So, thank you guys for watching through. That's what I had for you here in this morning. And we are continuing to obviously get back to our levels of production and see to it that we really feed you with the best of the best into the mix. We sign out for now. See you later. And this is Rokani David. Continue to subscribe. And don't forget, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops, and used phones and used laptops from the United Kingdom. There is also one thing that you should obviously talk about when you really all think about and you hear Mono Gadgets. Favorable smartwatches, they really do have them, and they do deliveries. Bye-bye.